Alright, so we're going to get started with part 3 of my Warframe quest replaythrough. And we're kind of getting to the first big, what I would call the first spoiler wall, which is to say the first part of the main story campaign that people are very guarded about, because it is a very special moment for kind of people like me who've been playing Warframe for a long time. This was like the first really big cinematic quest that really had a big emotional impact that really resonated through practically in the entire community, and the surprise and the reveal was very special. I think maybe, but it came out in 2015, so like the spoiler policy and the level of guardedness might be a bit silly now, but I find it kind of admirable that it's taken so seriously. I feel it. I don't really agree with the level of like spoiler protection necessarily, but it speaks something about how cherished it is, and I agree with that, if nothing else. But at any rate, I'm going in, since the quests are starting to get a bit more seriously leveled, you know, we're getting towards the end of the star chart, I'm not going to be using the corrupted dragon keys to nerf my stats anymore, and for this particular one, I'm going in with some nostalgic gear, my Ash Prime, you know, Boltor Prime, the Despair Kunai, the Dragon Nikana, you know, the gear that was my top build at the time. Not so much anymore, but, you know, kind of recapture that moment.
Who destroyed the organ? Your way of life. Who do you unshadow to cleanse your despair in their blood? Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you. Loudest. I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Anhal, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, cleave it beating from its nest.
Yes, hello? Are we going to get the opening spiel or not? Alright. So, bit of context then. The Stalker was a character that had been there from near the beginning who would hunt you down mid-mission after you had killed one of the bosses of the planets. You know, your actions have consequences, and for all that time, those 2 years between open beta release and, you know, this cinematic quest coming out, we had basically scraps of lore on the Stalker and, you know, who and why. So this is them cashing in. And of course, Hunhao from Nata is awake and really gonna start causing trouble now.
The Grineer's excavations have disturbed Hunhau's tomb. They've awakened something evil, bent on Tenno destruction. Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker. The Grineer expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhau, fragments of his body. For Hunhau, every part of him is connected to his singular mind. Is this how he's invading my mind?
Alright, so we gotta do 2 spy vaults. Great. It's always a spy vault.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
First, let's get them off my back, as is usual. Anyone? Okay, good. I've also got my carrier. My carrier companion is also part of the nostalgic set here. If I remember how to do this vault right, which is not a guarantee.
This data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
Alright, so we gotta do both, and they
The
gotta both be
Tenno
successful.
Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hunhau.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
That's not good. I should probably grab that. Yenisu. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. We are embarking upon the second dream, so... I don't know. Spoilers, I guess. Alright, round 2.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Okay. Careful now. Oh yeah, you gotta submerge to get through this one, don't you? Oh yeah, very excellent quest, really. What, you know, one of my favorites. First we gotta get through this bit. And this is always a maze. That's not a way out. Is this anything? Nope, just seems to be a treasure room. Alright. Any sensors or anything to worry about? I don't think I've been in this layout before. I might have tweaked this since I last played through it. That to be open or something, don't I? Or does that open once I get the, oh, here we go. Oh, someone got alerted there. Oh, that might be all she wrote. Thought I was being clever. Probably wasn't. But all's well that ends well.
That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person. Get to extraction.
Okay, then. Dear Lotus, what is your deal? Sure, that's a stealth kill. I believe that. Yeah, I'm still dropping frames. Good thing I'm recording this locally. Yeah, I'm dropping like a third of my frames. I got like no connectivity. Well, sometimes we do this for YouTube. Oh, hey, thanks for the raid, Space User. Sorry if the stream is choppy. I'm recording this locally, but
I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
much appreciated. We are doing the second dream, so you might know that this is a big spoiler territory for Warframe, so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dropping almost a third of my frames, so I decided I might as well just record it for the sake of YouTube and getting this done before New War drops. But probably not going to be a great stream, sorry.
You know I've always had my ear to the kennel. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry, you can trust me this time.
Getting Argon is trying to find a needle in a haystack? Yeah. Yeah. It do be like that sometimes.
I know. Our past has been slightly, combative? But genocidal invaders from the other system make strange bedfellows, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I bet.
The sentient Hanhao, nightmare of the organ, boogeyman to the corpus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me.
Alright then. So Alad V
So
is...
this Starker seems like he's made quite a powerful friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps?
Alad V is one of the bosses you end up bumping against as you're going through the star chart. And hasn't really come up in any of the quests we've done, but yeah, he's a Corpus baddie. Who's too clever by half most of the time, and definitely not friends. Some tasty amount of health you got there? Yeah? Umbral Vitality is a heck of a mod. Oh, don't tell me this is also this ain't a spy vault, is it? He has a particular way of speaking that's very, like, sadistically playful, and it's, you know, not the most comfortable thing. Oh, what? There's a invisible ceiling there? Alright. Back up. There we go. Ooh, that was a beautiful spray.
Listen, tell him. You're near the dig site. Of course I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your eyes peeled. If you have eyes, that is.
Yeah, do we? That's a question. That door seems like it should be open. I'm not seeing...
That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it. Getting colder.
Oh, this is not good. Is that a bug? Is that a bug? That door seems like it should be open.
Yes, getting warmer. You were warm, but now you're not.
Ah. Well, that's a bit of a shame.
Warmer.
Yeah, I can't get in the area. Game. Is there like a vent or something?
That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it. Warmer. Yes, getting warmer. You're right on top of it now.
Okay. What am I looking for? Oh. Do we have a way up and out of the water here? Because this seems to be the sentient fragment. Oh, what are we doing, game? There we go.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him.
Touch old war fragment. Yeah, this seems legit.
I see the stalker stronger. Hunhow's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
That's...
Yes, hurry, Tenno, but be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
Yeah. At this stage of the game, you know, know the story, but not our place in it. Yeah, we must have been badasses, surely, but... Alright, we out. Technically a salvage mission, sure.
Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir? Some hidden Tenno weakness?
Goodbye, Alid. You've earned your favor. We'll take it from here.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the Tenno, then where does my investment go? Now then, where is he?
Well, still on Neptune, apparently.
When you connected to Hunhow's fragment, Hunhow saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the stalker to do it for him.
Hey, Alad, maybe you could get these corpus to get out of my way? Nah? Okay. I mean, yeah, the corpus aren't a unified block, and Alad isn't the boss of all of them.
You must be asking, Alid, what's in this for you? It's simple, really. I scratch your mental back, and you scratch mine. All the credits in the system aren't worth half as much as a Tenno owing you a favor.
I'll try to get fancy with the sword, and look what that got me. Oh, hello.
A void gate. These things never made sense to me. You're smart, Tenno. You'll figure out how to open it again, won't you?
This needle pierces the sky. Nata, will we find the Tenno heart within? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
Well, it's time.
Impressive. These sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage. I'd love to crack one open and see what makes it tick.
The sentient has adapted to your damage. Surprise them with
No,
something new.
it's already dead, guys. It's fine.
Incredible. The Stalker has built void keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. The void is poison to them. Cross the threshold. Go now. The sentients cannot follow.
Oh, don't you just...
But I will testify that
Makes
fighting
my stomach
the sentient
Let's
Oculus
see where you've landed. Find a nav console.
was pretty challenging at the time. We've gotten better at it, but learning to deal with their damage resistance is a pain at first. And even though these are nostalgic weapons, I have given them more modern modular loadouts so that they, you know, are pretty capable of dealing with just about any level of enemy up to, like, you know, 3 digits or so.
Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. Huh. My, Lotus, you make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir. As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You need to find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
It seems to me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void, yes. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated for you?
Something that struck me about that last line, betrayers, it's probably worth a bit of context that the Corpus see themselves as successors to the ancient Orican, and so see the Tenno as, you know, who were once the warrior caste of the Orican, as betrayers who destroyed them and left the Corpus to pick up the pieces. At least that's my read on it.
That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Orican called Alad V. Your silence soon comes.
it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get through to me? Don't worry, Ordis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
Ah, just like old times. So I guess like certain corpus are actually like descendants of the Orokin. But their empire was crippled and destroyed, so all they have left is scraps. Protect the moon.
The moon. Somehow, Ordis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
Protect the moon. Lua unlocked.
The Stalker is heading toward the void control room. Track this.
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their last.
No. If the void has collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the void control room and stop the Stalker.
Hiding the moon in the void. Quite the magic trick, Lotus. But Tenno, you must be asking yourself, where is this heart, if not in my chest?
This was a question the user base had been asking for a long time.
It is done. The moon will be crushed by the weight of the void. The sky will be as it should be.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
I haven't seen these like very shadowy variants a lot.
I didn't want to have to do this, but the collapse is imminent. If the reservoir is to survive, we need to pull the moon out of the void. Here, help me disrupt the void compasses to reorient the moon.
Any sentence that has "let's do something to the moon" in it is just very powerful. Oh, hey. Mind if you, go away?
There are 3 void compasses that steer the moon within the void. I will disconnect them from the central system to gain control. Supply them with power from their shields while I finish my task.
Nata, you trust this Orokin blood? We chisel weapons from our bones. cannot stop the inevitable.
The next compass needs power.
Oh, I need to actually give it my Warframe power, huh?
Get close to the void compass.
And
The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
What was that?
Oregon, the noise you make will cease now, and forever.
Uh-oh, Hanau's found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own skin. Don't forget our deal, Lotus.
These pendula keep the moon stable in the void. Power them down.
yeah, LV needs to be kind of written out so that, you know, we can focus on the principal characters here.
Security eye. Watch out.
Well, can't shoot him. Whatever shall we do?
Wait.
There we go.
The security eye just destroyed a pendula. Try and trick it into taking out the rest.
Can do. As soon as it stops shooting bombs. Oh, hi.
That's it. The eye is taking out the pendula. Keep it up.
Oh, it's trying to suck me in, but I got stuck on geometry. Oh, too high? Yeah, too high. There we go. We're doing the vortex again? Nope, we're doing bombs. Can you do it from this angle, please? Over here? There we go. Grazed it.
It's done. The moon is falling out of the void. Hold on. This will not be a smooth ride. Get to extraction as quickly as possible.
What they need, Margulis, is to be destroyed. They're devils from that hell, not human anymore.
No, Pulse. No more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce before the seven.
Okay, then.
The moon is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Hunhao will send his fighters, and the Stalker is still coming for you. Move now.
It's time. The second dream, the reservoir. This is the mission and the moment. Last chance to turn back from spoilers.
We saved the moon from a void collapse, but Hunhao can now attack the reservoir directly. He must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
This will stop the voices from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
Lotus, join with me. Destroy your shame. Become the one I love. Become Nata once more.
So shame on you! You Orican! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dak soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Tenno. Operator. You're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship, now. You need to focus your mind to unleash your true power.
And we're not quite done yet.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link. Stalker! How? Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe life into the somatic link. Again, it needs more power.
Shadow, this cannot be.
One more time.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this? Shadow.
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within. My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
So, a couple of things there. When you're not replaying this quest, when you're playing it for the first time, when she says, "and the war within," what you get is a character creation screen. As in, you get to determine the appearance, face and voice of your Tenno. Also important is that this is the first time in the entire 2 years of, open beta to leading up to this, that we have confirmation that the Lotus is an actual physical being and not just some data construct that we keep obeying for some reason. This is the first time we've ever met her, and also this is the first time that we've ever had dialogue options.
A jumble of words, numbers. I must have known everything about Tao. Our teacher loved when I corrected her.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
We were just kids, but they were afraid of what we could do. When they tried to treat us like rats, I stood up to them. I wasn't gonna let them divide us after what we've been through.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
In dreams, we could control it, focus it. So she made the pods her favorite flower. She said sometimes something beautiful can grow out of something ugly.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
Maybe we felt it. Maybe it didn't matter. We had a life. We embraced it, wanted to punish those who abused their power, and now I had a way.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a cloud, a gathering storm, the Madurai way. Our path was to engage the enemy, to sweep across our foes before they had a chance to steal themselves.
Madurai will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus. I am.
If science fiction taught me anything, there's still no guarantee that either of you actually meet people. That's fair. I don't think there's anything currently to substantiate that in a way that matters, but that is absolutely fair. So yeah, we now, and with that quest complete, we now have access to the transference room. that dialogue automatically mentioned the Madurai Way, but there are 5 focus schools. Madurai, Unairu, Vazarin, Zenerik, Naramon. The choices you make at that dialogue tree kind of push you towards a recommendation of one of these 5, and you start with some points and some abilities in it. The focus trees have gone through some changes since they were initially launched, but initially they gave you, like, passive buffs to your Warframes and whatnot. So they still do to an extent, but we'll get into more of that later. But that is the second dream, and that is officially climbing over the pretty much the first major spoiler wall of...
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
Of Warframe. And I'm quite, I don't know. This, I don't know if I want to go too deep into it right this second. But the idea that the Tenno are teenagers, effectively children, projecting themselves in a fantasy, in a dream, into forms where they have real power. There's something that appeals to me and resonates with me on a metatextual level of, even though these things aren't who we really are, in a sense, they still give us power and give us a way to channel our power. Our fantasies give us strength. And that is the idea I've carried forward from this. That I've invested in this. You know me, if you know anything about me, you probably know I love to self-insert. I'm a sucker for a good escapist power fantasy. And Warframe went from being a cool, high-octane space ninja game to being kind of a personal journey. With one quest back in 2015, the most ambitious and cinematic thing they'd done up to that point. And we're about, like, a little more than a third of the way through my list. Because there have been 6 years of quests since then. What followed the second dream was the War Within.
I'm afraid, sister. Your continuity grows anear.
Hush, worm. Let the beasts do their work.
But the dreamers have awakened. They will come for us.
Yes, they will. Like the answer to a prayer.
Tenno, are you alright? Your somatics output seems high.
I just nodded off. It's nothing.
Good. Deploy a Warframe to Lua. My sentries have gone silent. We may have an intrusion.
On it.
Alright. Back at it again. Now this time knowing that we are an operator and a Warframe in tandem. Now disconnected from the reservoir, but in a way more vulnerable than ever before.
It was here Margulis put you into the dream. tried to heal you, tried to give you the strength to tame the void within you. In a way, this is where all Tenno were born.
But we weren't born here, were we?
No. When the Zeramin was found adrift, the Orokin did everything they could to erase their mistakes. Transit recordings, personnel logs, everything was wiped out. The only thing they kept was you. I'm detecting an unknown signature further ahead. Find out who it is and what they're doing.
I just saw the intruder, moving fast. I think it's Teshin.
Teshin? What is he doing here? It looks like he's heading to a reservoir. Follow him.
Oh boy.
Leave now. This doesn't concern you, child.
Don't call me that. What are you doing here? What was that?
The Queens.
Queens? The Grenier Queens? Tell me what happened.
I am warning you. You think you're safe behind this metal, but you're not. Not in the ways that matter here. Behind this, you're still just a child.
Stop saying that!
Follow me again, Tenno, and you will answer to my sword.
I thought the Queens were just an invention of Grenier Command. No one has ever seen them in the flesh.
I have a feeling Teshin has. Can you track him?
Not what Spectre's asking him, but Tenno, we don't know anything about the Queens. Maybe Teshin alone should.
No. Teshin is not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. I'll take out his specters so you can track him.
I have a lock on his route. Exfiltrate when you're ready.
We're not gonna let Dad tell us what to do. Uncle or whatever you want to call him. Probably Uncle. That's probably the closest allegory. Where are we going? So yeah, now that we've kind of crossed the big kind of break point of Second Dream, now we can engage in new intrigues. The Arcane Codices arc, basically done. We're done with that. Now it's all about what is the deal with the operator.
Teshin is trying to mask his location from us, but I have pinpointed a suspicious signal for you to investigate. Find him. We need answers.
And the missions are still, like, semi-regular at first, but usually now they're starting to build up towards, like, a sort of cinematic climax.
All my scans for Teshin have converged on this location. Find him.
Why hasn't he reached out to us? If he's pursuing the Queens, we can help.
pride or shame, he does seem to have some connection to them. Stay on the trail. Finding the queens could give us a tactical advantage against the Grineer.
Understood.
And I mean, you might ask, what does having the operator unlocked actually do gameplay-wise? Well, you have access to... At this point, you would have access to transference, which would be kind of a... if I'm remembering right, sort of like a temporary superpower beam kind of thing. Like your operator briefly pops out of the Warframe and shoots a big void beam at everything. Then it has to recharge. Which is, you know, not unspectacular. But you can probably tell by my tone that,
I pick up the trail again.
That's not Teshin. It's another one of his specters. He's trying to shake us off the trail. Capture that specter. We can use it to find the real Teshin.
I was interrupted mid-thought. Yo, would you just... Okay, fine. There we go. The thought I was trying to finish was that, like, it didn't... The initial operator form didn't have a huge impact on the meta, except for, like, certain, like, focus abilities that would be activated when you activated transference, the transference beam, the focus beam. Particularly the, I remember the, some of the generic focus powers. In their nascent state, would high-level players would like that for the energy regeneration options it gave them. But the actual like power itself, nothing too exciting yet, other than knowing the truth and speculating about the future.
Teshin Spectre points to what should be an unpopulated asteroid field, but deep scans show the presence of a security matrix. Someone is trying to hide something. I need you to find out what. Prepare your Arcwing.
Alright, time to investigate an asteroid field.
Something is hiding in this asteroid field, but before you can investigate, you need to disable the security matrix. Ordis, are you certain this is the best angle of approach?
Well, outside this corridor lie burst scanners, severe radiation, proximity mines,
Grineer death beams.
So yes, Ordis recommends staying within the shipping corridor. Operator, watch that transport ahead. The scanner is only able to scan one side at a time. You can use that to your advantage.
You heard Ordis. Keep the transport between yourself and the beams. Do not let them touch you.
I mean, I could probably fly around them,
Another
but
scanner to the right of the ship. They're going to scan the top of the transport. Get below it.
I'm pretty sure this is like an insta-death situation. You kind of have to start from the beginning, so yeah, just gonna take it at face value.
They still haven't seen you.
Thankfully, there's no windows in this thing.
You're clear.
Oh, alright. Gotta do another gauntlet. We hit our checkpoint. Gotta wait for the bus. Oh, it's speeding up now. Getting slightly more serious. How good are you at handling movement in three-dimensional space? I like to think I'm pretty alright at it.
This is the last scanner.
Oh, these are actually like scanner walls. There's actually like an outline and a field between the beams and the borders, so...
Might I say, that was smooth, operator.
You're through.
It wasn't
Land
quite
at the
as
checkpoint.
easy to clear as it seemed.
This checkpoint is the central hub of the security matrix. Shut it down so Ordis can fly you in undetected. They're coming for you. Don't let them abort the shutdown.
Kuva Grenier. And all times to be not, rocking a particularly defensive or crowd control frame is my main. I'm not particularly threatened by it, but, with objectives, you never know if they're gonna, withstand a few stray shots, or if they're going to melt in, like, 1.5 seconds of persistent assault.
Good. But we can't take any chances. Silence the remaining Grenier. You are in the clear. Keep moving.
Are you seeing this?
Must be Queen's Fortress.
Are those Fomorian engines mounted on an asteroid? No wonder we've never been able to find it. It's always moving.
We need to analyze the intel you gathered before our next.
Negative. I'm heading in for a closer look.
There is a lot of Queen's birds to see. I recommend you transmission and wait for attention to reach out.
Right. This is a point of no return where you're not going to be able to go back to the galaxy map. I mean, you can come back and kind of redo this mission, but we're going to do it.
If the base moves again, we'll lose this opportunity. I'm going in. Massively fortified. The queens have to be here. I'm going to infiltrate the base.
Infiltrate. Definitely stealthily.
Lotus? Are you receiving me?
Now that is not an actual way in. Just had to figure out the switch. This is definitely to give you a feeling that, like, you're deep in enemy territory now. You've never seen anything like this, even on Grineer galleons. Colors are darker and starker. There's a lot more security things that you can't deal with. And all the enemies and security things are stronger. No, don't. No, you don't get a turret. Sorry. Oh, I gotta get some keys. Elevator keys. And there we go.
Lotus, if you can hear me, something's tampering with the transference stream. I'm going to locate the source.
That doesn't sound dangerous at all. In retrospect, maybe this was a bad idea.
We have a gift for you.
This looks foreboding, doesn't it?
I know this place. Teshin?
You shouldn't have come here. You have ruined us both.
Tesh and Dax.
Tesh and Dax, you're with them.
I have come as you commanded, my queens.
And this is your offering? My sister needs the orphan child, not its infested puppet.
The child? For what purpose?
To eat it, of course.
Hushworm. Do not question your lords, Tesh and Dax. Bring me the orphan. Bring me my Yuvan.
Enough!
How rude!
Oh, it's not their fault, Worm. Mummy and Daddy weren't around long enough to teach them any manners. We will have to.
Ordis? What is this?
Transfer and surge, operator. You're losing your Warframe connection.
You have some idea that you're invincible, don't you? Nestled away in that mad Cephalon's crib. But you belong to me now. For you see, child, we conceived of these ugly metal cysts.
Operator, cut the link.
I can't.
We gave you your precious gifts. And now, just as easily, we take them all away.
Cut the link. Transference over in 5, 4, 3.
I see what you're doing with that piano. Probably not a piano. What instrument is that?
Great job.
Chimes?
Ordis. Ship Cephalon? More like ship Failbot. When the operator needed you most,
Ordis,
you...
enough.
Operator? My stars! Don't do that to me! I am sorry. I do not know what happened. Please, command me to self-destruct. Let me start it for you. Commencing self-destruct in 5, 4, 3,
Stop.
2...
What's with the music?
Isn't it great? I can lead you through some breathing exercises.
Just turn it off. Get the transference power back on, okay? I lost my Warframe.
I've been trying. You may need to do your, Tenno thing again. Re-energize it. You know, with your void stuff.
Alright. Well, I guess we can walk around as us, then. Oh, yeah, that might be a xylophone or a marimba or something. Anyway.
I can't. It's gone.
What? Gone? Are you sure? How will you command the Warframes if you're...
Conditions satisfied. Engaging Purge Preset.
Purge? Purge what? Ordis, what the hell?
You no longer possess transference. You no longer command the Warframes. You no longer are the operator. You must be purged from this vessel.
Non-operator, I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but I'm going to decompress the ship. Former operator, Ordis cannot keep missing like this. Get out of here before I...
Purge you. You are not the operator. You will be purged. Exterminate. Exterminate the non-operator.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is a bit new. For what we've seen of the game so far. For what anyone had seen of the game so far. At least in historical context. As someone who was there when it came out. Although, for this particular sequence right here, I'm getting some, like, Chrono Trigger Death Peak vibes. Don't get pushed by the wind off this narrow, slippery passage. Which, hey, if that's what you're gonna, you know, take influence from for your set pieces, there are worse ones. Really, it's just kind of, you know, it was just kind of a heck of a thing to just be, you know, walking around as our character again, because, like, we were stuck in the chair between Second Dream and this. There was no walking around as us. There was no playable us. So this was just, you know, being able to move around to be the playable character. This is all very new.
What happened to you?
They gave up.
You betrayed me. You infested piece of...
Yes, do it. As I thought. The hard way, then.
So, the great Teshin is just a dog, fetching the queen's sick wherever she throws it.
I warned you. Now you're trapped inside this place with the queens burrowing in. Now I am forced to undo what Margulis did, to open the gates, and make you suffer. Margulis lying to you, a lie of omission. She did not cure the Zeraman children. She erased them. My only hope is that truth still lingers inside you, buried within your mind. The power and the misery of the void.
The war within.
The Ayaton sculptures are perpetually in motion. Monuments of Orokin continuity. Immortality. But this one is halted and aging, needing you, as the queens do. Will you give in to them? Or will you face the coil?
Can I walk around over here? It's been a while since I've last done this. I did actually stream the second dream in the War Within previously before. But it's been a while.
Remember.
Mother takes your hand and says there's been an accident. But don't worry, Angel, you're safe with me. Her eyes are distant, unfocused.
She's lying.
Oh, that's right.
She's lying.
And now my favorite part.
Beware the ravenous golden maw.
Why does it have to be ravenous?
Nothing like a good old Tremors enemy. Keep things nice and fresh. Last one I remember seeing from you was the storyline about the super weird family that I think was tied to the Infested. Did I stream Heart of Deimos? I guess if you remember it, I must have. Maybe I didn't archive it. Alright.
The queen burrows into your mind just as the creature worms beneath your feet. With each step, you will discover what Margulis took from you. With each step, pain awaits you.
You don't say. I saw the film Tremors as a young child, and it scared the crap out of me. I did stream Heart of Deimos, okay. Yeah, I don't remember streaming it. Going this way. Oh. Yeah, the film Tremors scared the crap out of me as a kid, so whenever a video game pulls out something like it, I'm just like, ugh, man, really? Alright, I'm gonna need you to get not between me and that rock. And yeah. Okay. Then we go from here. Went with Tremors rather than somehow more recently relevant Dune. I haven't seen any of the Dunes. This is a very Dune plotline. Alright, yeah, that sounds correct, but again, haven't seen anything Dune. Dune as a property has never really, like, engaged me. Probably because I saw Tremors first, and I saw the similarities between that and Dune and decided no, not for me.
I can't even remember her face.
Your past has weathered Margulis's manipulation. It lurks here, your only hope of surviving the Queens. Destroy this barrier and go deeper into your past.
Sounds great, Teshin.
I like how sarcastic the voice I chose is.
The air was acrid and still.
The biomes had been sabotaged. The food stocks dwindled. Paranoia gripped your father's mind. What was it he said as he stared out into the starless black?
Something's out there, kiddo. Watching us. Something's out there, kiddo. Watching us.
It's a really, yeah. Like, I don't really have anything against Dune in particular. It just never seemed to be for me for a variety of reasons.
The whole ship went insane.
You exist on the fold between two worlds. The world we know, of blood and steel, and the world that watches and dreams, the void. Charge across the fold as you once did.
Operator abilities, here we go. And now we gotta make use of them to do the tremor sequences. But a bit more traversal possible. Oh yeah, that's much easier. But probably gonna want some space for this one. It's a bit farther than one dash. I think I'd like the visuals of the new movie. But that's probably about it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was a little curious, but I don't really watch movies a lot these days anyway, so I don't really watch movies or TV a lot. Alright, I'm gonna have to take my moment here. Okay.
Incredible. And I was kicking myself for not bringing a rope.
I don't remember that line. Huh. Alright, I can jog now. No void dash for me yet. Gonna have to dash and blast. Or just dash through it, yeah, sure.
I smell smoke.
Fires rage on the lower decks. Blood shimmers in the fitful light. Hunting parties roam the ship. But there is singing and laughter and play, for all the children have come together, their minds somehow unbent. You wipe away your tears, thinking...
This is my family now. My family now.
And so the broad strokes of what happened on the Zariman
They tore her
10-0
apart.
comes to light.
The Queen is nearly through. She knows what you did, giving her resolve. Now, you must master the fold. Walk upon its edge, concealing your movement within the shadows you create.
Shadows I create. Another Teshin metaphor, right?
Alright. Stealth mode. Invisible and intangible, but only while you have operator energy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. That got a little too close. Didn't expect that last one to sink.
I can hear them.
The grown-ups are howling at the door, drowning mad in the void ocean, but you are at ease, swimming within the depths. You remember then how the howling stopped. They had broken through.
A choice. And what appears to be an alignment.
They had lost their minds. I didn't blame them. We built a makeshift prison. They had lost their minds.
Your repressed power has returned, fused with your Tenno abilities, amplifying them. You've outgrown the cradle. Now your transference is innate. Control these Orokin beasts and escape this prison.
Control them? Like a Warframe?
And away we go.
Know this, Tenno, that I am a Dax, a soldier of a lost era, the last of my kind. By Orokin hands, we Dax were given great power, great strength, but an even greater weakness. To obey their command, to never defy the Kuva, the scepter, the symbols of their dominion. No Dax can ever raise steel against an Orokin. Only you can do that. A Yuvan theater, long abandoned. In ages past, I would have stood guard as the young and exotic were paraded through the mountain pass and marched by the viewing pane. They'd barter here, the Oregon, withering and coughing as they prepared for their continuity.
She doesn't want me dead.
No. The Queen doesn't want to kill you. She wants to become you. To burrow through your mind, corrupting it with despair until only she remains.
No crew reward, only the children. Only the parasital monsters they had become. The endless void, the gazing abyss, the bottomless ocean of horror. It coiled itself around your tender heart.
Light, neutral, or darkness.
I embraced it.
Cut the link! Transference overload in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Operator, is that you? Your brain activity flatlined for a moment there. Can you speak? By stars, the operator's mind is destroyed.
I'm fine.
Why is my hair so bright?
Just don't play any music. I need to think.
Music? Operator, you are not making sense. The transference surge must have affected you as well.
Did I go Super Saiyan for a second there?
Repairs. This is odd. The circuits are dead, but I'm detecting transference energy. Coming from you? Careful, operator. You'll damage the ship. Damage me. Amazing. How are you doing this? It is slightly terrifying, if I'm honest.
I think it's the lighting here. The light kind of shines through the hair a bit. All right.
Operator, my sensors have gone dark. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Impressive. Very useful. Otis is a little afraid right now. Operator, you'll breach the hull. Please restrain yourself. Have you lost your mind?
No. But I've lost my Warframe. And Teshin. What if the Queens know that he helped me escape? I have to go back.
Impossible. Just as you thought, the base has moved again. We don't know where it is. There's no way back.
My Warframe. It's still there.
Haven't you been listening? The transference system is fried.
I don't need it anymore.
Operator, where are you going? Don't...
Apparently I become a bright ginger in the the somatic light of the transference chamber.
What did you do, Dex? What did you do? How did a child reject the continuity?
Forgive me, my queens.
We hold the scepter. We command you. We are...
Sister, the dreamers come for us!
Tenno, no. After everything you've endured to escape, why did you come back?
I came back for you.
Stupid child. You don't give up, do you? But coming here in the flesh? That was a big mistake. Gods! Kill this Warframe and bring me my new skin.
Let's go.
The Guardians protect the Braids. The Braids they're vulnerable. Attack. The Red Braids shield her. Destroy them.
Gods! Kill this Tenno!
Also, it's letting me use the Void Amp I've already constructed for my character, so I actually have like firing capabilities and alt fire. I have an actual Void gun, arm gun, rather.
Long enough have I lived in these ugly Grenier bodies. I need new flesh. I deserve new flesh. Yours. Gods, kill this Warframe and bring me my new skin.
Oh, jeez. Oh, one more.
By my Oregon blood, I command you, Tish and Dax, to kill this Tenno!
No, I cannot.
You must, by your oath eternal.
That child I met on the mountain will surely die here.
That child is gone.
I can show you no mercy. Show me none in return. Yes, from the moment I began training you, I have anticipated this moment. You must not stop. Defeat me. I am beaten.
We are Oregon. We created you. We are your golden lords. Come out! Come out, little demon!
Without her scepter, she is powerless. Break her shields, and use your dash to steal it.
You'll pay for that!
Alright, shoot again. No?
What are you waiting for, Dex?
A chance to kill you.
Agreed, Din.
And now, I finally have him. Shall I, Tenno?
No, let her rot. That will be her sentence.
Rallied the troops. Get to your ship. I'll divert them. Go.
Tenno. Tenno. I've been trying to get through. Are you alright? Your transference stream seems different, stronger.
We have neutralized the queens. Teshin helped me. I'm heading to extraction now.
The queens, they cut me off. I should have been there for you. I'll signal orders to pick you up right away.
I only have my sword right now. Interesting.
Thank the stars you're safe, Operator. I forbid you to leave the orbiter like that again. It's just too much for an old Cephalon like me.
All right.
Impressive! Just think of the possibilities. You can help me clean up that infested door.
Well, wouldn't count on that
A mother
yet.
wants to shield her child from the evils of the world. Margulis didn't lie to you. She protected you.
But isn't it better that I know the truth? Wouldn't you want to know? Teshin said...
Teshin thinks he knows better. Maybe he does. Maybe you needed to know to survive the queens. But you are changed now.
That's what you have to say. That I'm changed.
What you did, you didn't have a choice. Tenno, you were only just a...
Don't do that. Don't make excuses for me.
What's this? An old war beacon? How exciting, Operator! You'll want to investigate this... Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
So, funnily enough, the broken scepter here actually appeared as one of the random weapons random loadouts I got when I was doing quests earlier, and I just kind of had to not comment on it. Oh, falling damage. You actually take falling damage as an operator. One last quick review. And we have scaled the mountain.
You don't know what to do with it.
Tell me.
Some believe the Kuva within is the blood of Orokin ancestors. An elixir of power, of immortality. Others believe it to be a poison. A corrupting oil that brings madness and evil.
What do you believe?
I believe them both. But for you, Tenno, perhaps this Kuva is just a symbol that what you choose to do will define you more than anything.
Now you might be wondering, will this have, you know, like, repercussions? Will this alignment, you know, affect things down the line? So far, doesn't seem so. This is more of a suggestion, you know, to help you guide your character than an actual, like, system with repercussions, and it's probably better off that way. It's not here to pass judgment. This is not an evil option. This is not the correct good Paragon option. It's just a sort of yin and yang more than it is good and evil.
The world weighs more heavily on you now. Try not to lose yourself, Tenno.
Final score? Anyway, so yeah, now we are over the first big spoiler wall, wherein the operator is now a permanent fixture, and the actual character that you control, whereas the Warframes are just projections and pieces of equipment for you to master your skills with. And I quite like this, to be honest. Also, I believe with the War Within done, you can also, it unlocks the personal room, which I have decorated a little bit. So yeah. And there is still quite a bit of questing to do before we get to New War. But yeah, that's the big one, and this whole aspect is a lot of why I personally like this this sort of thing. Probably because it's about, you know, I mean, if we're getting really down to brass tacks here, it's about traumatized teenagers learning to...
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun? I will attempt to bypass this fault.
Learning to master their pain and, you know, channel it through these, you know, walking power fantasies to give them the strength to fight against various forms of systemic injustice, you know, and, you know, protect those who don't have that kind of power. And as someone who went through a fair bit of emotional trauma as a child, stuff that I'm really only beginning to reckon with now. I mean, I didn't even realize it at the time when I first played this stuff, but I think I understand now more than ever that that kind of theme really, really, really resonates with me. And in a way that, like, not a whole lot else in this space and in this genre does. So, yeah, I am a big fan of The Second Dream and The War Within and what they mean for Warframe. I was a big fan of the reveal when it first came out. I was a big fan of the exploration and expansion that came with The War Within, and yeah, I'm kind of entirely on board for that. And that's it takes a lot to get here too. You have to get through a whole chunk of the star chart to even get to this point. And if you were like me playing, you know, starting out in the open beta, you had to wait like 2 years for this to even be on the table. And now it's here and it's kind of at the heart of this. It's special to me personally. And you know, even though I've, you know, played off and on, you know, I haven't been playing, you know, every, you know, sometimes I take a break for a few months and come back and catch up, and, you know, that's kind of what I'm doing now. You know, that's fine. I still am really happy with the time and experience I've had with this game a lot. I feel it's been rewarding and worthwhile for me personally, even if I haven't been able to convince many of my friends to play it, because yeah, it's also a lot. But I wanted to share that in particular. And yeah. Anyway, that'll be mostly it, except for one last thing, sort of one of the consequences of post War Within, just one of the next updates they did.
We maggots live not long. We hope More life. Work. Kill. Maybe queens notice. Maybe they share the old blood. We are maggots, but eventually, even maggots can fly.
And thus was born the Kuva Lich, which is sort of the sort of them taking from like Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor for like, ooh, we can have like personal nemeses that persist and take many attempts to track down and kill. Which was a pretty cool thing, although they are very hard to deal with. The rewards they have are rather potent, but they are hard to deal with. At any rate, that'll be it for tonight's stream, and we've still got a fair bit of questing to go. Like, I predict there being at probably about 3 more streams like this, and I'm about to fit those in the 4 or 5 days left before New War. So I'm probably going to be streaming just about every night between now and New War, so just to sort of like get up to date on all the quests between, you know, because we've basically caught up to like 2016 in terms of update progress, and so we've still got another like 4 years of storyline to get through. And I'll be including not just like the critical ones for the New War, but also like some of the side ones that kind of help flesh out the world that I think are pretty good. Just so like you understand kind of the journey that's led to this and the amount of time we've waited for this. But yeah, next time we will charge forward. I hope you're enjoying, and see you next time for more. See you then.